Three of the country's top businessmen are joining forces once again, this time not for sports, but to conserve and protect the Verde Island Passage. But why are environmentalists worried? Briane Basa has a story.
This is the Verde Island Passage. The waters cut through mainland Luzon and Mindoro Island. This is home to hundreds of species of corals and fish and other marine life. That's why experts call the area the center of marine shorefish biodiversity. Amid growing calls to protect the Verde Island Passage, the Environment and Energy Departments are joining forces with three of the country's top tycoons, Manuel V. Pangilinan, Ramon Ang, and Sabin Aboitiz. They will work together to conserve the resources in the said waters. A technical working group will determine the roles and the funding of each stakeholder. Also in their to-do list is to build a marine biological research station in the provinces that surround the Verde Island Passage. That's Batangas, Marinduque, Romblon, and Occidental and Oriental Mindoro.
We're not experts in environment, so our role here is to support the experts that know about, provide the resources, provide the funding, most importantly, maybe provide somehow search for the talent to be able to give us the advice on what to do and support that implementation.
Pangilinan, Ang, and Aboitiz find themselves again on the same table after their so-called power alliance in March. They signed a $3.3 billion deal to launch the country's first and most expansive liquefied natural gas facility. Part of this deal is a joint investment on the Ilihan power plant in Batangas City. The structure stands right at the edge of the Verde Island Passage. That's why some environment advocates are worried.
We do not need more fossil fuel power plants in the middle of this climate crisis. These three conglomerates can actually be at the forefront of the energy transition towards renewables, and yet they are still investing in LNG.
But the energy chief is easing these concerns.
As in contrast to an oil spill or a spill of a cargo of coal, LNG is in fact not safer because the liquefied form gets to evaporate and does not affect the marine environment.
The tycoons also guarantee that using LNG is just temporary, but the main goal remains to shift to renewable energy. And while the transition happens, the power plant will be safeguarded.
It will thus, however, take us quite a bit of time to achieve that kind of desirable state where the Philippines could be carbon neutral. So it is the transition fuel. Renewables for the meantime are not able to satisfy completely what this country needs in terms of a neutral carbon position.
For the last 25 years, there's not been any incident at all in that power plant. And rest assured that we will make sure that in the next 25 years, we will do everything to protect the environment in this area.
The Environment Secretary is also looking forward to engaging with local governments and communities.
Our biggest challenge, of course, is to convince all the stakeholders that becoming a protected area doesn't necessarily mean that you will not be able to take part in the sustainable development of the areas as well.
The agreement is set to take effect for 5 years with possible extension. For News 5, I'm Briane Basa, and we are One News.